When I tell y'all, I will never take a girls trip with anybody who does not have funds. Let me tell you guys a quick story time. So I would like to preface this by saying the trip has not yet happened. However, this is a conversation I had to have with somebody today. So boom, we're in Nigeria for December. I thought it was going to be like Dirty December. It was not. We were in the villages. Okay. So it just wasn't as relaxing of a trip as I wanted. So I hit up a bunch of my homegirls. I'm like, let's go to Aspen. Let's do a girls trip. I'll fly out my homeboy who's a videographer who'll do our footage. Like, it'll be a good fucking time. Everyone was generally in consensus. Cool. So I told them, they hit up their friends. So now we got a good group chat going of like, hey, like, where do we want to stay? What do we want to do? And we all kind of came to the conclusion that like, this is kind of like a relaxing time. Like, there's no real plans. If you want to go ahead and snowmobile, snowboard, ski, everyone can just kind of do whatever they want to do. There's no pressure to do any sports. We are not Olympians. We are not training for the end of the fucking world doomsday, bitch. We are just here to relax and have a good time. Cool. One of the friends, the friend of my friend, texts me separately and says, hey girl, do you know the total expenses? Because her birthday's coming up. I want to make sure that I can afford both. Fucking understandable. I'm here with you, sister. We're here together. So I message her back and I'm like, the rental car shouldn't be more than $50 a person. Other than that, like we're deciding the Airbnbs in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me find something within everyone's budget. I am extremely vocal in this group chat. Extremely. I'm sending Airbnbs. I'm sending verbos. I'm sending fucking everything. How do y'all like this one? How do y'all like this one? What about this? How's the rate looking? This is how much it would be per person after taxes. Yada yada. Everyone is responsive. Except her. I'm assuming you're not saying shit. You're sitting here in agreement. Because if you have an issue, raise your hand. My friend was like, I don't have enough money to be doing, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. If y'all want to go skiing for $300, snowboarding for $300, another day this for $300, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not paying for that. Respectfully, me either, bitch. And I'm glad you said something because now we're all on the same page as to what it is that we're trying to do. So I finally send one, yada, yada, yada. It's $500 a person. Is this cool with y'all before I book it? Everyone says yes. She doesn't say anything. Silence is agreement in my mind, because if you have a problem with it, before I book it, you should what? Say that. She said nothing. So, go ahead, book it. When you book it, it makes you put down the motherfucking funds, at least $1,500. Put it down, screenshot it, put it in the group chat. Hey, whenever y'all need to reimburse me, just let me know. I've already paid for it. I'm paying the other half on this date, which is when it's due. Let me know. This was booked on the 26th of January. On the 29th, she messages me and says, hey girl, I should honestly read the text verbatim, but she basically was just like, hey girl, like, I don't think that my finances will permit me to go, yada, 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 but also I don't want to inconvenience everyone else by putting my portion on them. And so I messaged her back and I said, ultimately, it's, if it will be an extra $105 per person if you don't go, but it's your decision. I don't know your finances. I don't know anything that you have going on in life. Like, I can't tell you what the fuck to do. I'm not going to tell you to neglect your bills or whatever responsibilities you have to be in this position to just come and fucking lounge around in Aspen. Like, respectfully, no. So she's like, okay, I'll let you know tomorrow. Doesn't message me the next day. So I hit her up the following day and was like, hey girl, like, what did you decide? Hey, turns out I'm not going to go. I can't really afford it. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. And so I says, okay, because at this point, I'm going to message the group chat. Everyone try to find somebody else to cover this other girl's portion, unless y'all want to pay more money. So we search and we scour the motherfucking earth. We can't find nobody. So today, right, I hit sister up. I'm like, hey, do you mind paying half of your portion? I didn't even say the full portion. I said, do you mind paying half the portion, which is $262 due to the, the last minute cancellation? You did it, yada, yada, yada. I understand that you can't come, but like, at this point, like, the other girls just kind of don't feel comfortable paying that extra amount because it's just something that they didn't allot for. And it's cutting into their expenses and everyone was on the same page in agreement prior to this being booked. She says no. She says, how much is half? Girl, $262. You scroll up, you see it's $262. She's like, well, no, because I didn't realize that there was a cancellation and you were trying to find somebody else and yada, yada, yada. Every Airbnb, every Verbo, you put money down, and if you cancel it, you get a portion of it back. That $1,500 I put up front was non-refundable. That was going to get taken. So even if you did say, you know what, we're going to cancel this and get a different Airbnb, that $1,500 would have been ate up regardless. So no, That doesn't make sense. And I'm asking you to pay $260 when in reality you owe us $540. I'm not understanding. And she's like, why cancel before? You didn't cancel before. You canceled after the fact. And we sat in that group chat and we asked you time and time again, do you want to go? Is this okay? Does anybody have anything to say about the rates? And nobody said anything. You didn't say no. Which means that you're in agreement, yes, of those fucking rates. So now, regardless if you can't go on the trip or whatever the fuck else it is, you are still responsible of your portion. Regardless if you're going or not. There's more to the story, but basically the girl is just like, well, I don't got it. Which in my mind, if you don't have $262, you should have never been even thinking about going on that trip to begin with, because you quite literally can't fucking afford it. If you can't afford $262, if you can't afford that, you were never going to be able to afford the trip, and you fucking knew it. Am I the asshole? Like, am I the fucking asshole for even asking her for money? I don't think I am. Whichever one of you funky ass big back bitches is doing voodoo on me and my motherfucking friends, stop it. So when I tell you guys everything leading up to Aspen that could go wrong has literally went wrong. Not only with me, with my friends. So starting off strong, you guys. I go on Saturday, I get my lashes done. I'm like, okay, I'm looking like a baddie. Y'all, the next day I go and wash them. Why the fuck are they falling out of my fucking eyes in bundles? Bro, in fucking bundles. And that was from one wash. That wasn't even all of them that fucking came out. So immediately I messaged the lady who did my lashes, who does my wax, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck going on? She's like, girl, this has never happened to us before. Come back tomorrow. Mind you, she lives 40 minutes out in fucking Placerville, bitch, because I live in Sacramento. I'm like, okay, whatever. I have a nail appointment to get my fucking nails done. Boom, my bitch slay, always slay, every day. Okay, cool. They get to my fucking toes, and I don't know, ever since I've seen light-skinned Keisha's like post about don't put the new bitch on my toes, but I promise you, the new bitch is always on my toes and is fucking them up. Y'all, this is how I left the nail salon, with my feet. Like sister, mind you, I want my toes square. Mine are always really cute, square French tip. She cut them round on the big toe, y'all, like, and it was so bad on the second one, it looked like blobs, like dollops of fucking polish, so fucking thick, because you know I get gel on my toes. I said, just take it off. She was drilling so hard, I said, just stop. I'm gonna have to come back in tomorrow so my nail lady can fucking fix it. While I'm in the chair, you guys, while I'm in the fucking chair, I get a text from my hair lady talking about the hair isn't gonna be in until tomorrow. Mind you, it's Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I leave Tuesday at 5:40 a.m. Long story short, she goes to the post office the next morning. She's like, let me make a call. She was able to get the hair, install it. She did a great job. Sorry, y'all, I went to sleep on the plane, so it looked raggedy right now, but great hair, great quality, whatever. I'm happy. Go to the nail salon, boom, fix my toes. I'm happy. Go fix my lashes. I'm happy. However, on the way to get my lashes done, mind you, I live in Sacramento. She does her shit in Placerville, y'all. That's about 45 to 50 minutes away. So I'm driving an hour both ways, again, 2 days in a row. I gotta stop, I gotta get gas. I'm a gassy bitch. Stop to get the motherfucking gas, y'all. I go, get my shit done, go to Sephora. I gotta pick up, you know, Huda Beauty, her little purple baking, whatever the fuck. I'm about to get it, put it on for Aspen. Sweetheart, I go to look for the Sephora gift card I got. Can't find my fucking wallet. Go to my car, can't find my wallet. You know, my cat probably got it. Go to the house, can't find my fucking wallet. If that wasn't fucking enough, I stopped and I thought and I pondered, and I said the last place I used this bitch was that motherfucking gas station, y'all. Why did I fucking lose my wallet? I dropped it at the gas station, yeah. So now I have no wallet, no ID, no cards, no debit, no credit, no fucking nothing. Good job, bitch, with fun. So I have money in my debit account to Apple Pay, Apple Cash, Zelle, yeah. Because if not, y'all, I would be what? So boom, this morning wakes up, I'm picking up my homegirl Jaden. Mind you, I'm picking her up at 4 a.m. Driving, get to this bitch house. Her location says at her house. Call this bitch 25 times. Don't fucking answer. I'm checking her location again, bitch, she's at home. I'm going up, I'm ringing that ring doorbell, bitch, because we're gonna miss our flight. She, in fact, misses her fucking flight. The bitch slept in, misses her flight. Not only that, our other homegirl, mind you, y'all was talking so much shit about our mutual sweetheart, coming from Dallas. She got a trip next month. Her birthday is the following month. Going to Ibiza or some shit. Cool. Y'all going. Bruh. Her Uber to the Dallas Fort Worth airport was $200 fucking dollars. $200. $200. $200. Not only that, she misses her flight too. She misses her fucking flight too and has to pay another fucking $200. So now sister's freaking out like, bitch, I'm $400 in the hole. I still gotta pay another $300 for my excursions and shit. What the fuck am I to do? Obviously, sister, I'm gonna cover you because naturally, but like, bro, like shit is just not mapping out. So boom, Jordan just landed, whatever, you know, I'm here. I'm usually the bitch that misses flights, so the fact that I made it first and on time, I'm just saying. Ever sitting here trying to print on our motherfucking downfall? Stop it. It's not cute at this fucking point, y'all. Like, I promise you, if one more thing go wrong, for real, the spirit of Deja is upon us, bitch. Oh my God. So y'all have been asking about this Aspen trip, and I have been so hesitant to tell y'all what happened, because when I tell y'all this trip was a fucking disaster. Let me hold my emotional support animal because we support my emotions. This whole trip was a fucking disaster. And it was a disaster because of one person. One fucking person. One fucking person. One fucking person. One person. Tell me why the mutual. It was the mutual. So boom. So y'all knew the whole situation that happened with Deja, whatever. So before the thing happened, we had a bunch of girls in the group chat. Let me preface this before I get into the fucking bullshit. People dropped out because they either couldn't take time off, didn't have the funds, whatever. The reason why we were upset with Deja is because she confirmed the Airbnb via text and then backed out and then was like, I'm not paying nothing, and which was fine, but you shouldn't have said you would. That was the only quarrel we had with her. But the thing is she backed out before the trip happened because she knew she couldn't afford it, right? Whatever. So the mutual, mind you, the mutual who was gassing all this shit up, please, gassing all this shit up. I told her I'd pay for her if she want to come. I told her I'd pay for her. Yak. Sister came with no money. No fucking money. Right. So if Deja would have came on this trip, right? If your friend would have came on that fucking trip, and it's crazy to think back now because she was like, I told Deja this, I told Deja this when I got on that live with Deja. She's like, she never told me that. And now I'm inclined to believe, oh, girl was lying. She was lying. Because not you sat on this trip and lied to us. Let me tell y'all what happened. So boom, our flights are all in the morning. As y'all know, people miss their flights. This girl messages me at 3 a.m., sends me a picture of a $200 Uber, sends me a message. Hey girl, do you mind fronting my excursions, which is $250. Mind you, excursions were been due. She didn't pay fucking nothing. She paid me the Airbnb, the 5, whatever the fuck, the day before the trip, the day of the trip. She was trying to pay for her excursions. These excursions been due. We prepaid them for her. I already know, mistake 1. But in my mind, y'all go on her Instagram, she going overseas every fucking month. Every month this bitch is overseas. So I'm like, you got it. We talking about money. She talking big money. I'm talking big money because I got it. She talking about she got it. She finna pay for her friends. She got it. Talking about, girl, the Uber was $200 to get to the airport. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford food and drinks and brunches and dinners. Do you mind just covering my excursion? So I call her. I said, girl, don't even worry about your excursions because they're prepaid. So just pay them next week. You're not paying me. You're paying our mutual who paid for them. One of the girls on the trip, she fronted the money for the excursions. So you actually owe her. So pay her next week. But when we get down there, I'll pay for your food and drinks. Don't even worry about it. Don't pay me back for no food and no drinks. I'll cover it because I don't want you to be stressed. Because she also then missed her fucking flight. Missed her flight. Had to pay $175 for a new flight. Right. So the Uber was $200. The new flight was $175. So together, that's $375. Devil's advocate. Imagine if she didn't miss her Uber. Imagine if she didn't have to pay for a new flight. She owed $250 that day. $375 minus $250 is what? $125. So if that $200 Uber alone was cutting into your money so bad you couldn't pay for your excursions, that $200 Uber when you owed us $250, that means you only came on that trip with $125, baby. You didn't have enough to go on that motherfucking trip. You didn't have enough money to come on the fucking trip. So whatever, I let everybody know what's going on. Everybody's on the same page. However, when she booked her new flight, it didn't come in till like 5-6 p.m. ish, right? So by the time we end up picking her up from the airport, it's like 6 something. We missed a whole day because everybody else landed at like 9 or noon. We could have already been in Aspen. We could have already been in the Airbnb. We wasted a whole day. So we pick her up. We still have to drive 4 hours to get to the fucking Airbnb. In the dark, in the cold, in the snow, whatever. So my best friend was already irritated, agitated. She's like, I'm going to say something to her. I'm going to say something to her. I said, no, you're not, because she already knows, right? This is the one time I did stick up for this girl. I was like, you're not going to rub it in her face, yada, yada, yada. Me and my best friend end up getting in a little argument with her in the car. But me and the girl in the back, we sticking up for Michaela. We over here, girl, we going toe to toe together. Because what you gonna tell her she late? She knows she fucking late, bitch. She paid for it. She late. We get her a 3-piece meal. She eat her 3-piece meal. We get home. She leaves her cup. She leaves fries under the seat. She leaves everything from that 3-piece meal in the car. Runs her ass upstairs to choose the master bedroom. After she already inconvenienced everybody all day. After she didn't pay for the excursion. She didn't pay for the run. She didn't pay nothing. Ran her ass upstairs, left all her bags downstairs, left all her trash in the car. So one of the girls on the trip was like, who the fuck left all this trash? Not me, not me, not me, not me. Oh, not you? You's the only one who got a 3-piece meal in the back. So she walk outside. Oh, this is the last cup, this is the last cup. Then pick up your little ass cup, is what she said. So she picked up her shit, yada, yada, yada. Girl left her bags at the front fucking door. She said, are you going to get your shit and bring it in the house, or what's going on? She said, oh, I thought somebody else was going to get it. Who did you think was going to get your bags? Mind you, girl bought 1 carry-on bag to Aspen for 4 days. 1 carry-on and 1 computer bag with her laptop, because she still had to work. Yeah, she didn't call out of work. So we getting into it. She gets into the house. All the girls are like, why is her shit upstairs? Why did you think that you were going to get the master bedroom after you've already inconvenienced us all day? Y'all, you ruined our whole day, girl. We was waiting on you. You had to drive 4 hours in the pitch black dark. You sitting here, you're leaving your trash in the car already. You're leaving your bags outside expecting bitches to get them. For you to think you're getting the master bedroom, you're smoking something. So she get into it with all the girls. Part 2 of the Aspen disaster. So, whatever, everyone ends up getting in their bedrooms. She ends up sharing it with one of the other girls on the trip. Because we're just not going to go back and forth. Like, this is the stupidest shit ever. And if you don't get the principal, you're just not going to get it. So at this point, I'm kikiing with my friends. I'm all drunk, And for me, we were trying to make it like, we were going to make the Aspen trip like Bad Girls Club. So I'm telling like one of my really good homegirls I've known for like 10 plus years, girl drag me, put me in a headlock, like drag me. Like I'm trying to get our photographer to get some like bad girl content. I'm trying to get her, like a cute, playful thing, whatever. So she's already irritated from the girl, from the car, from the food, from all that. She said, no, I'm not going to play with y'all. So I'm like, okay, I get drunk. I pass out in the hot tub, girl. Everybody else having a good time, whatever. Day 2 comes. I did say I was going to flat iron this girl's hair. Prior to the trip, we brought the flat iron. Mind you, I was drunk the night before. Everybody was a little tipsy. I wake up about an hour and a half before I have to go. This girl, leisurely gets out of bed. Oh, are you going to flat iron my hair? Girl, we got to leave in an hour. You're not even showered. How am I going to flat iron your hair in an hour? If you wanted me to flat iron your hair, you should have woke me up earlier to flat iron your hair. I can't help you. She's over here. Well, maybe you and her can flat iron it. Maybe you both can flat iron it. I don't know how to do my hair. I don't know how to do my hair. You're 25 fucking years old. You don't know how to do your hair. I said, girl, we can give you this brush. My friend brought a little, it's like a blow dryer brush, and you can blow dry it pretty much straight. We'll bump the ends, put a hat on, call it a day. No, but you said. So my friend had to finally be like, girl, we're not going to stop getting ready to get you ready. You a grown-ass woman. Figure it out. This girl brought no hat. She brought no gloves. She brought maybe 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, if that. She brought literally absolutely nothing she needed to get herself ready on this trip. No comb, no flat iron, no nothing. Was asking to use our combs. My friend, she do her full face. She always has a little issue putting on her highlighter. So she's like, can you put on, my highlight like always, yada, yada. Of course. I'm putting it on. Here she come. Can you put mine on? I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know how to do makeup. I can't do my own makeup. Oh, can you help me? So we looking at her like, damn, bitch. What can you do? Like, you're inconveniencing everybody. You want everyone to get you ready. You're not our child. It's not our responsibility to get you ready in the morning before we get ourselves. Like, you're a grown woman, bro. Like, what? You didn't bring nothing. You're going through all of our stuff. I'm trying to wear my cute headband I want to wear. I wanted to wear my black one. No, I want to wear it. No, I want to wear it. But I want to wear it. I'm like, girl, no, I want to wear it. Go downstairs and ask the group. I want to wear it. She over here, well, I'm going to wear it because I want to wear it. Didn't bring shit, mind you. Whole trip dipping and dodging into people's shit. Put her foot inside my best friend's shoe. Talking about, oh, I like these. She's like, those are mine. She's like, well, I want to wear them. I didn't bring any shoes. She said, I don't care. You knew we were going on this trip. You should have brought your own fucking shoes. Like, you're not wearing my shoes. Like, what did you bring? Not only that, girl had a jumpsuit that busted open in the back. Could not get another thing to wear because she didn't bring nothing. Was asking to wear homegirl stuff. Like, no. Like, you came so unprepared for this trip and you want everyone to bend over backwards to do you shit. Taco Tuesday night, begging everyone to make her a plate, make a plate. Asking our videographer, can you feed me a chip? I just want to record you feeding me a chip. Knows this guy has a full-on girlfriend. I told him. I told everybody, he got a girl. And you're over here, feed me a chip, feed me a chip. Oh, I know he liked me because he opened my door. It means he was raised right. Like, what is not clicking? Like, there was so much bullshit. And then, the night of Taco Tuesday, right? Everybody puts their food up, da-da-da. Girl comes downstairs, puts a bunch of taco meat on a plate, heats it up, eats a couple bites, goes upstairs, leaves the shit out. To the point that the next morning, I'm over here thinking, like, girl, who left the meat out? Look, our homegirl was like, no, we put the meat up. Like, what do you mean? Like, we put the meat up. So she's asking, whose meat is this? Girl says, oh, I thought that y'all were going to eat it. Why would we eat meat that's been sitting out? Why would we eat meat when we're all in bed? You just left it out. Put your plate up. So we just got the dishwasher to start. Girl stops the dishwasher, opens it up, puts her plate in, leaves that motherfucker open. Leaves it open. So now my best friend, who the fuck left the dishwasher open? It was just running. Like, why is it? Oh, that was me. I put my plate in. She said, well, come close it. Why won't you close it? Oh, it's not a big deal. But it's just not a big deal. You could close it. It's not that big of a deal. And the thing about it is the whole trip, she was treating everybody like Molly the motherfucking maid, leaving her computer bag, expecting us to watch it. Mind you, I'm paying for all this girl's food and drinks. Ordering fucking, talking about, oh, can I get some Don Julio? Don Julio who? Do you have Don Julio money? And it'd be one thing if it was just like one thing, whatever. Bro, we paid for all the bottles of alcohol, all the food, all this, all that. Want to go on the menu? Oh, I really like 1942. Y'all should get 1942. Why? So you could drink it all? No, that's like a fucking $70+ bottle. What are you contributing? If somebody is paying for me, I'm ordering water with lemon or a well shot of whatever the fuck I want to. I'm not ordering no fucking top shelf. And then, here's the kicker, y'all. She got drunk. Or we're all getting drunk. She thought we were so drunk that we would not remember. She was in the car and said, oh, I didn't say I didn't have money. I just said I didn't want to spend it. When I tell you our videographer turned around so fucking quick, his neck broke like the motherfucking exorcist to stare at her. And he turned back around and said, oh, okay. Asked me if I paid for another thing for that bitch the whole trip. The answer is no. So at this point, everyone is getting their own personal bottles of alcohol because that's just what we're doing, right? We're not about to play with you like we're getting our own shit. Because you're not about to eat or drink off our dime no more, ho. We're not doing it. And everyone was on the same page. Everyone was already so irritated. And it would have been one thing, mind you, if she came with just no money and, you know, girl, fine. And you're like, you know what, I'll clean, I'll help out. I'm not making an issue. I'm not fussing. I'm not nagging. I'm not complaining. She nagged, complained, and pissed everybody off every day. Every day she was getting into it with somebody about her complaining, her nagging, her inability to prepare, the fact that she didn't have no clothes, the fact we had to wait hours while she took meetings because she didn't call out of work. Like, it was over and over and over, and it was so repetitive, and she was just disrespecting everybody, including the fucking videographer. Preface it. So at this point, we get our little personal bottles of Hornitos, whatever. We get in the car. Here come homegirl. What is that? What is that? Oh my God, what is that? Our personal bottles of liquor because we wanted liquor. Can I have some? No, it's a personal bottle, sister. But why? I just go get yours. Like, I'm not sharing my personal bottle. This is all I have for the day. No. So we're getting out of the car. Our homegirl Jaden, she's sick. She has altitude sickness and she's actually like physically ill. She doesn't feel well because she's hungover. So I'm like, Jaden, take one shot because you don't even want one. You're gonna take one and you're gonna be done. You're not gonna ask me for nothing else. So she takes a little baby ass shot. You know, Jordan, I'm paying his fucking way. So he's over here taking shot. This girl turns around. Oh, so he can get one and she can get one and I can't? It's giving you don't like me. It's giving. This man hasn't said shit to her all trip. He turned around and said, keep my name out your fucking mouth. Keep my name out of your mouth. Don't mention me. Don't look at me. Oh, no, I didn't mention you. You literally just said his name. You turned around and said her name. So Jaden finally, and she's been cool all trip, turns around and goes the absolute fuck off on her. She's screaming. I mean, veins popping out of her head. I'll upload the footage of it, actually, because we got it. She's literally like, you are so fucking annoying. Literally shut up. Mind you, because we have a 3-row van. She's the shortest one, has the shortest legs. The other person who's like even comparably her height is the driver who rented the car. So naturally, she's driving the car with, you know, the photographer. Girl want to turn around talking about, but why? But I didn't do anything. I didn't even mention anybody. She's like, you literally complained about sitting in the back every day. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. Y'all just don't like me. Why do I have to? Do I have to get in the back? Do I have to get in the back? Every day. So sister's like, girl, you're annoying as fuck. All you do is complain. All you do is inconvenience every fucking body. Now you're crying about a shot. You're going bad over a shot. You're literally nagging and whining like a child over a shot. You're a grown-ass woman. If you want a bottle, go get one. Like, literally go get one. We're tired of hearing you complain. We're tired of hearing you bitch and moan every fucking minute of every fucking day. Instead of leaving her alone, she wants to follow her down the streets of Aspen. Yeah, trying to plead out whatever case she had because she didn't have none. Well, no, I think you misunderstood. I didn't mean it like that. No, leave her alone. They're arguing down the streets of Aspen, bro, because the girl is so fucking fed up. So boom, whatever. We end up going, like, later on, we get, like, Clico shots. I don't even know if I said this in the other part, but me and Jaden paid $50 for this little bit of Clico. We drink it. Girl over there acting like, oh, I want some. Can I have some? No, it's $50 a fucking piece. You get your own. The bar is closed, though, so you're going to have to get it from inside. Oh, but did you make friends with the bartender? Can he give me? Girl, no. Then takes a boomerang of her doing our shots. Like, holding onto our shots. Like, what? At this point, it's giving you do it all for the gram. So whatever. Fast forward. Let's just say the trip ends because I'm tired of talking about the little shit she's doing because y'all can already see the picture that was already painted. So we go. Mind you, she told old girl she was going to pay her back. Right, for the excursion. She said in the message, I'll pay next week. Next week was this week. So a girl's like, when are you going to pay me for the excursions? She looked like a deer in headlights. Oh, I thought Christina was going to pay them for me. You thought Christina was going to do what? Why would I pay for your food and your drinks? I told you I'll cover them. Don't even pay me back. And your excursions? You wanted me to be your nigga? Mind you, she was on the phone with a nigga 24 hours a day on this motherfucking trip. He couldn't send you a penny. He couldn't send you $1. But you asking us to pay for you? Women to pay for you. But you got a nigga, you got a whole ass man. You got a mama, you got a grandmama, you got a best friend. But you talking about you got money and don't want to spend it. He couldn't send you $1? I said I never said that. And you're gonna have to pay her because she paid for your shit. Not me. I would never pay for some shit. Why would I even say that? I never even paid your shit, bro. Like, so fast forward, she said on Wednesday she'll pay. Wednesday was yesterday. Y'all, why do we have to hound? I'm not even joking. Hound. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Hound this girl for the fucking money. And I told her, I said, at this point, this shit's going on TikTok because you're embarrassing. You are disrespectful. I brought you around this group. You sat there and was dragging Deja. Literally, I told her this, I told her that. Yeah, she knows it's going on TikTok. Yeah, she said she was cool with it. Yeah. I don't know why she don't got no money. And you worse. Baby, at least I'm pretty positive Deja would have sat there and just shut the fuck up. You sat there and nagged and complained and acted like you were 5 years fucking old. Acted like we were your parents. Like you were a child. You literally sat there and made all that fuss about your friend. And then we have to hound you for the $250 you said you was going to give us, but you want a resort right now. You on your other trip, which she did say she had planned. You want a resort. Huh? But you owe people money. And then when we asking you for it, you want to, 1 second. 1 second turning 4 hours. We literally had to hit up. I met her through this girl's wedding. I had to hit up the girl like, sister, what the fuck is going on? And she had to text her like, why do you owe people tabs? That's not cute. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I think we got into it so bad yesterday. I said, don't even worry about paying the $250 because me having to hound you like this to pay somebody, my friend, I vouched for you. My friend paid for you and you're over here trying to play in her face. You got 2 kids and a husband and a house. Oh no, don't even worry about it, girl. You'll never hear from me again. Blocked. Girl, I'm gonna pay you your $250, yada. This morning, she ended up paying. It ended up being like $375 or whatever with like gas, rental, whatever. It was like ended up being like $375. But she knew the breakdown. The girl sent her the breakdown. She said, "Okay, cool. When my check come in, whatever check is coming in on a Wednesday, I don't fucking know." But she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll send it." So sister went to go send it. Oh okay, cool. She finally this morning sent it, which is a Thursday. After telling me, I'm just gonna send it to her tomorrow. Why not tomorrow? It was such a fucking mess, and all because of one person. And it's crazy because she was telling everybody, no, it's just a miscommunication. Everyone's cool. No one's cool. No one likes you. Everyone said they were never going to travel with you again. You were such a headache. Even if everybody, and I was drunk most of the trip, like towards the nights. I was, because that's what I intended to do on my trip. She was like, everyone on the trip was like, even if we blacked out every day, all day, it still would have been more enjoyable with the hangover than having to deal with her and the way she acted and the way she treated us. We had to get out of character so many times on this girl. We had to hound you. But you're big money. And you got it. Oh, no, I got money. Then send the fucking money. What is the problem? Like, it was so baffling. And it was the principle. And again, it'd be one thing if she just came with no money. It was the way that she treated people, the way she was entitled, the way she was just acting so bad, so fucking immature. Like, you're embarrassing me on this trip. And she to this still day don't get it. She didn't apologize to nobody. She don't feel like she did nothing wrong. She feels like everyone is just mad at her for no reason. She doesn't see anything wrong with her fucking behavior. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. And I already know that y'all are gonna be like, oh, why would you put your friend's business? That's not my friend. And like, I met her in Jamaica in September, and I really went out on a limb for this girl. And the way that she acted, the way she treated everyone, the way she tried to use me and lie, that's not my friend. And not only that, I made her very much well aware this was going on TikTok. I told her last night, I told her on the trip, everybody on the trip knew. Everybody knew. And I told her last night after I went bad on her, I'm going to post it. I'm still posting it. Like, I don't even care at this point because it's so disrespectful. Like, it was the most disrespectful shit. And y'all really did ask. We want to know how the trip went. And one thing about it is I'm somebody on my word. Even if I fucked off the whole trip, I still would have let y'all know I fucked off the whole trip. Because I told y'all I was going to tell y'all how it went. But like, the audacity. And I know me and the other 5 people or 4 people excluding her on that trip cannot be crazy. We cannot be losing our minds. We cannot be the only people. And when I posted it in my close friends, I'm like, y'all, are we fucking tripping? Everybody said no. I asked my nigga. My nigga said there's literally no way. When I say hound this girl down, I mean hours of back and forth. Not just like, oh, here, I forgot the money, here's the money. No, hours of back and forth as to why she didn't or couldn't or wasn't going to send the funds. That kind of back and forth. So yeah, I don't know. That ain't no friend. That ain't no friend of mine. Ain't never gonna be no friend of mine. And blocked. She not blocked on here, but it is what it is, girl. You see, you don't see it. I don't care at this point. Bitches be lame and liars in real life. I couldn't care if I wanted to. Bitches is lame and liars. Bitches is lame and liars. Bitches. I don't know if you didn't learn from your friend, but the one word I don't like being called is a fucking liar. And I wasn't even going to do the whole video post and embarrass you like this. But we're lame and we're liars. Right? We're liars. So let's go through the messages while he uploads the videos. Back from day one. Hey girl, I'm on the way to the airport. Yeah. I can't make this up. Not sure if I'll be dipping into extra money. Yeah. And can do brunches and stuff. Can you cover my excursions and I pay you next week? I had to screenshot this because I know you wouldn't believe me. Yeah. Boarding starts at 5:30. I get there at 5:30. You see that Uber? You're saying you have to take that 200 Uber. You're saying excursions. You're saying you're going to pay me back next week. Over here at the top, she says, this is your total. I can send you a breakdown if you need it. Thanks for letting me know. You can send the breakdown. I'm still good for Wednesday. No problem. Here is her breakdown. Snowmobile that she owes us for is $198.75. The lift ticket was $52. It's $250. Gas was $29. Rental car was $87. $8 tip from restaurant. Okay, perfect. And damn, the car rental was $87 a piece. They taxed the fuck out of us. No, they didn't. It was a Suburban. We had it for 4 days. Boom, ba. She messaged us yesterday. Hey, boo, just checking in. You said, hey, boo, 1 sec. Our conversation from last night, I called you multiple times because you didn't pick up. You didn't send this girl her money. Wednesday is coming to an end. You're at a club. She's asking you for your money. You're posting drinks. I have the screenshots if you would like to see those too. Hey, I'm out of town. I'll call you back. I'll pay her in the morning because I'm at a club. I'll pay her. I don't know why she told you I wouldn't when we discussed already. It's 1 a.m. here. There's no point. I verbatim said, child, you told her today and you haven't given her a penny. Michaela, I know you're lying. There's no way you think what you're doing is okay. You had since January to send money. You told her specifically Wednesday, knowing you were out of town. Now it's Wednesday and you don't have it. Girl, she has a whole family and kids and bills and you're playing with people's money is disrespectful. She talking about, Christina, it's like you don't recall anything me and you have talked about, which is fine. But like I said, she's going to get the money. So it's nothing to continue to blow out of proportion. And this is where I read her. She says she was called down bad over this. Like she didn't have to pay $600 a night for her hotel where she was and yada. Basically, this is her giving her sob story as to why she can't give the money right now, which again, doesn't fucking matter because you told this girl Wednesday. If you had it next month, you should have just said next month. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. You owe this girl money. And when she's asking you for it, instead of being straight up, you're in the club posting pictures. Pause to read, but I'll read it for you. Michaela, since we're such liars. You asked if I could cover your excursions since you said I don't remember what we talked about. Until next week, because you spent $200 on an Uber and $175 on a new flight and wouldn't be able to cover excursions and brunches dinners. I told you somebody else paid for your excursions, but I would cover your food and drinks so you didn't have to worry about that. Just pay her back for your excursions. Your flight and Uber was $375. Your excursions you were supposed to pay day of were $250. That left $125 if you didn't miss your flight or catch a long Uber. Knowing I was paying for your food and drinks. That's why they called you down bad, because it was given you didn't even have the money to be there regardless of if you missed your flights and Uber. Nothing else. The way you treated people on this trip was despicable, and to play with people's money who have kids and a household afford to feed while you're on vacation is crazy. If you didn't have it, you shouldn't have went. Same as Deja. There's no reason I can't read the rest. Here it goes. The reason I said you might as well come is because if $250 was stopping you from coming and you had to pay it next week, you were going to spend $200 Ubering back home. I would rather pay food and drinks for you to come than you waste $400 on nothing, aka Ubers to and from, because you're not gonna go no more. What you had to do after the trip and the day and your day-to-day financial responsibilities don't stop the fact that you owe her money and gave an exact date of when you would pay it. All of us have shit to pay for and have families to feed. You think you're the only one paying people's bills, Michaela? You think you're special? That's been every day. That's been every day for us. If you knew you had shit to pay and couldn't afford it, you shouldn't have come. Yaz pulled out. Deja pulled out. You could have pulled out if you couldn't afford $525 and $250. You can't be serious. The whole trip, you treated everyone, including the photographer, like Molly the maid. And now you're playing with their funds is something I'll never play about. Nobody forced you to go, forced you to give a date. You were asked when you can pay, and you were playing with people's money. I don't know where you're from, but girl, we don't play that. And tomorrow is weeks old. You said Wednesday, and that's in 2 hours. The day will be over. You said you just got to link your card to her. Now to me, you're telling me you're going to pay her tomorrow. Do what you're going to do, but you already know how this is going to go, because at this point you've embarrassed me in front of all of my friends, my photographer, and now I'm going to have to come out of pocket even more for you because as a grown-ass woman, you couldn't keep your word. The South ain't never did me like this. You're a different breed. Do better, because according to several mutuals, this is the shit you do. She says, sweetheart, the fact you continue to compare me to others and keep using the can't afford language is diabolical. I'm on an island as we speak. Okay, if you at an island, then send the $375. You can't afford it, then send the $375. What is the problem? I also think it's fucked up to say Deja and Yaz's names as if they don't have the income to travel as well. You gotta stop doing that. Some people just budget, and it's not a conversation about me not giving her the money. So what's the issue? Plus, she told me $375, not $250. I said it's not that they don't have the income. It's that they pulled out before going on the trip and using people. It has nothing to do with them not having income. Nobody said that. We said they couldn't go on the trip, so they pulled the fuck out. One girl couldn't go because she couldn't take the time off. That don't mean she broke. What's her name? Said she couldn't afford it. That don't mean she broke. That's not the issue we ever had with them. And plus, she told me $375, not $250. I said, correct. So respond with what you can to her and do what you can. This girl responds and says, I have no reason to. I said, it doesn't matter if it's $250 or $275. Send what you can. She said, I have no reason to. I can't make this the fuck up. I said, you paid for the Airbnb that was due in January, the day before the trip. What's not clicking? Ask Max, the nigga she talking to. Ask him for money. Ask someone. I don't care, but you're not going to act like you ain't had 3 whole ass months. In theory, I guess it wasn't 3 months. It was the end of January till, I don't know, this month. So really you had 2 months. But point is the point. Big money is what you said you are, but you can't pay what you owe. $375. Mind you, we're going back and forth. You got it. You got it. You just said you have it. Where is it? She says, after what you did, plus my struggle to the airport flight, I wasn't going to come. You know this. And January to February is crazy. That's last minute, which is fine. I still obviously came. I said, you told me you didn't have any money and you would be broke, but then turned around when you thought everyone was drunk and said you had money, but you just didn't want to spend it while ordering Don Julio shots on my tab. She said, I never said I was broke. Are you crazy? She said in that message, she never said she was broke. She said she would be on the phone. She said she would be because she has 2 other trips to go on. She said she couldn't afford it, right? Which would mean that you would be broke, right? She said, I have back-to-back trips. I never said I was broke. I said, I'm not going to come. Then you offered to pay for her food and drinks. She said, I thought you were doing that as my friend. I was, but I was never going to pay for your excursions. She said, you said $250 and she said $375. Which is it? She sent her a full breakdown already, which I already posted. It's been so uneasy for that as well because it don't add up. How doesn't it add up? And she already sent you the breakdown on Monday. What doesn't add up? I didn't have 3 months. Girl, you told me about it January and February. Okay, fine. You had 2 months. Doesn't matter. You said you were going to pay her today, regardless. And everything I'm talking about, you did the same thing with assuming the Deja. Just because somebody said they have things coming up doesn't mean they're broke. Mind you, you met us in Jamaica. Like, at some point, stop being an arrogant asshole. I'm not being an arrogant asshole. It doesn't matter. I didn't do anything with Deja. I just said, am I the asshole for assuming she was going to contribute something, given what she said and the text message that were sent? Deja's situation don't got shit to do with you, bitch. Your shit is literally completely different. This is a completely different circumstance. This is a completely different situation. She is a saint compared to what you're doing. And it doesn't have to do with things coming up. It has to do with the way that you're treating people. People having to hound you for the money that you owe them. You owe them. They have nothing to do with it. Because at this point, I had to leave. I had to read her. I had to read her twice. And she said, oh, please leave my friends out of this. You've already disrespected. I know you're not talking about disrespecting Deja because, first off, you said that she knew. You said she was cool, and I didn't disrespect her. I posted a question in which, don't have me posting your voice memos to me about your supposed friend. If we're such bullies, why did you come on a trip with people who are bullying your friend? I'm confused now. Don't try to bring her up and try to put poor me with a friend that you was just in my thing talking about. No, I don't know why she's telling you that. You sat in my face and lied on your own friend. You lied on your own friend. I'm saying what I'm saying in my videos based off of the confusion, which clearly was you. You were the culprit. So here's all the receipts. So tell me how I lied. You didn't do all these things. You didn't treat people like Molly the maid. Where's the response that you didn't do it in our text? You didn't rebut it because you know it's true. Not only is it true, once Jordan uploads these motherfucking videos, baby, since you want to get your friends out of here, talking about you lying, you're lying, you're lying. Bitches are lame and bitches are liars. Bitches is lame and bitches are liars. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you can't. Yes, I can. I can. Yes, I can. And now I'm going to have to upload a full scene and really embarrass you. I'm sorry. And the last thing I'm going to say about this is I wasn't even going to come and say anything because after the trip, after everything you did, we did confessionals because you knew this was going on TikTok. You did yours too. And I had a separate conversation, a separate phone conversation with everybody who was in attendance. And I said, how do we want to paint this? Because at the end of the day, shit happened. She treated everybody how they did. Let's all just move forward. I had a conversation to make sure everybody was okay with it. The photographer was editing the video so you didn't look crazy, so you didn't look a mess. He was editing those parts out for you. I had him do that. Until you decided last night to play with that girl's money, to lie on me, to be lying to everybody else, to be acting like you're not going to pay. She asking you for her money. You're posting drinks. Now you don't got her money. Because in my mind, you don't got her money. She need her money tomorrow, which means I'm going to have to pay for it, which means I would have paid for your food, your drinks, and your excursions. Baby, I paid for your full trip to Aspen. And one way or another, we're getting our money back. We're getting it back. And I told you, don't even worry about no pictures. Sweetheart, you want your pictures, you can pay that photographer full price for them photos. Yeah, Patreon full price. And get them yourself. You can fork out $700 to get them. I'm no longer paying for you. And he knows this. He's very much aware. But the second last night you tried to come at me crazy, talking about, oh, well, I don't know why it's such a big deal. She can get her money when she get her money. We're bullies. We're this, we're that. We're bullies. You went on a trip with bullies? Somebody who bullied your friend. Why would you do that? Are you her friend or mine? Because I just met you in September. Why would you go on a trip with somebody who bullied your friend? It's not clicking. It's not clicking. Your voice memos to me aren't clicking. I can still screen record them and post them if you would like. Do you want me to send them to Deja? Because I will. Because me and Deja were both operating, not liking each other based off of what you was telling us separately. You were the villain. Not only that, let's not get into you trying to take somebody's man. Let's not get into it. Because I'll tag old girl and she can come on here and just tell you what you did to her the day after you came back. Say I won't. The day after you came back from the trip, you was just trying to take somebody's man while kikiing her in his female's face. And she found out. Do you want me to keep it going? Be serious.
So go take it up with her. Don't come with me like I'm just picking on me. That's why. Because I'm saying.
I thought you were out. I'm sorry.
Somebody left their phone. I was getting somebody's phone.
Jaded and Jordan got a shot. Who gets the phone? Who gets a fucking $9 shot? I'm saying it's fucking annoying.
Oh, something else I forgot to tell you guys, which I thought was really crazy, is remember how she didn't pay for none of the excursion? She couldn't afford it, yada, yada, yada. So she was on one of our excursions with a snowmobile, and the instructor very much said, do not pass anybody. Don't pass nobody. Don't cut in front of nobody. Nothing. She did not listen. She did not listen. She did not listen. And she crashed the snowmobile. Yeah, she crashed it. And I happened to be recording when it happened. And then the fucking wheel popped off. The wheel popped off. The wheel popped off with my best friend on the back. And I'm just looking like, oh my God. And one of the girls, the main girl who paid for it, said, I hope you got your credit card ready. Because you just crashed the snowmobile into a pile of fucking snowmobiles in the middle of snow. Like, are you good? And she looked like a deer in headlights. Oh, the wheel didn't pop off the wheel. Girl, the instructor walked back and grabbed the wheel from the motherfucking snow. I had to pop it back in place. My best friend's phone was smothered in the snow. Like, water all in that bitch. Like, she was mad as fuck. Because, girl, what are you doing? And this is why I say inconsiderate, don't got no home training. Let me just go ahead and insert the clip. So this question is getting brought up a lot. So I met Deja and Michaela in Jamaica. Me and Michaela stayed in touch. I invited Michaela. Michaela invited Deja. Deja is the one that backed out of the Airbnb, who made all the response videos, yada, yada, yada. Who didn't come. Michaela was the one who was egging her to come, talking about she'll pay for her food and yada, 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 right? But since we're on the topic, let's go ahead and drop those receipts too. So this is one of them where she's talking about she doesn't know why she would be offended by us being closed. Basically, pretty much siding with me, and she doesn't understand where Deja's coming from. She should have left it alone because now it's a fiasco, and I saw the new post. Oh my God, one thing I could say is I told her to be ready for the smoke that comes with this. This is the confirmation from Michaela saying what's crazy is neither one of you guys are mad at each other, so people going into a frenzy are crazy. And I'm like, hell, she might as well come. But the thing about this is, again, I'm talking to Michaela. Michaela's saying Deja's not even mad. Deja's not mad. Deja's not this. Deja's not that. Clearly, Deja was. So she was lying. Mind you, she was supposed to send her Airbnb money. This was Wednesday, January 29th. She said she was going to send it on Monday, which she clearly did not. This is basically like a screenshot of a voicemail. But in the very bottom, you can see where she's like, you know, I don't understand why bullying is coming into it. I don't think anybody was bullying her. The group chat was never bullying her. Nobody bullied her. And the last part about the bullying is super important because when we were asking Michaela to pay back the money that she owes our friend, she was like, you're bullying me like you bullied my friend. But you just told us that we didn't bully your friend. Like days before, weeks before, you were very much on our side that your friend was tripping. You don't know why she thought that. You didn't believe that anybody was being bullied. So what's going on? Like, it's the deflection and the gaslighting and the lies. Like, she just wants to give every excuse to not have to pay. And it just generally does not work like that. And then was sending me, like, screenshots of their group chat. Like, between her, Deja, and the other girl. I don't know. The loyalty is not there. I don't know whose friend this is really because it's not giving that she's anybody's fucking friend. It gives that she talks behind people's back. And that's just what it is. If I have something to say to you, the same way I said it to Deja, the same way I said to Michaela, I'm saying it to you. I'm not playing these merry-go-rounds while telling you one thing and telling somebody else something else and yeah. And in her mind, maybe she didn't think that she was doing that, but she definitely was because sister definitely felt away. And Michaela kept saying, she doesn't. She's not mad at you. She doesn't feel any kind of way. Come to find out she did. So Michaela's the problem. Michaela is literally the liar. And she just, I don't know. But yeah, she's the one who came on the trip. But no, was you making people feel uncomfortable? You trying to use your titties to get Jordan to buy you a chip. Feed you a chip. I'm so sorry. Feed you a chip. To take your pictures in that bathing suit I brought you. That did look cute, but it was a little small. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all, you had your fucking titties out. And when he said no, you went like this. I'll post it. I'll insert the clip. And then, everything that you was trying to have this nigga take was looking like like porn damn near. Bitch was always just grabbing your titties up here, up here, up here, making everyone uncomfortable. The next day, you're telling me, oh, everybody was coming at you. Everyone was trying to get with you last night. Baby, I think you can take one good look around this group and we can all agree that you ain't nobody's type. Even if we did swing that way, which nobody does, sweetheart. Not only that, the amount of shit that you did that made so many people feel uncomfortable is what provoked me to make that comment, which I'll also insert clip. I was drunk in this clip too, after our snowmobiles. And you had said something crazy. And I was like, you know what the best part about Jordan is he's not going to mess with his clients. He's not going to mess with his clients. And you literally turned around and said, oh, he's not? It's all recorded. And I had to make that comment because I had a conversation with Jordan about how uncomfortable you made him feel. Because I had a conversations with the girls on how uncomfortable you made them feel. We'll leave it at that. There's more I can insert, but we're going to really leave it at that. But what I will say is, come back to the plot, sister. Please, reel it in. Reel it in, right? I will play devil's advocate with you. Even in the off chance that somebody did have sex with anybody on this trip. Nobody did. But if somebody did, please tell me what the fuck that has to do with what was laid out in front of you. About you treating people badly. About you haggling for the payment. About how you didn't come with anything. What does that have to do with that? Oh, nothing? Oh, okay. So let's reel it in. Let's reel this bitch back the fuck in. Right. You're 32 and got some motherfucking common sense to come to Aspen with something. And baby, if I'm gonna leave, also with motherfucking something. Yeah. Hate to say it. You're talking about, oh, you're 32 and you live with? Baby, I could live with Jesus Christ himself and don't give a fuck. And don't care. I can live with 10 niggas. I got a whole ass roster. What's the problem? All my niggas know about each other. What's the problem? Everybody on the roster. We got a whole dating show going on. Let's go. Everybody is in rotation. Let's go. We love Christina the most. And you're not telling me nothing that has to do with money. You're not talking about nothing that has to do with literally nothing. You're literally diverting. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And you're just literally talking out of your ass. All the information you think you know about us in our relationships, we force-fed you. Because we knew what type of bitch you were. You were clocking everything that we were saying. So we were feeding you a bunch of bullshit. I'll insert videos where we concocted that too. Because it was all recorded. The whole trip was recorded. When you got out the car to get some, that camera clicked the fuck on. Them second to last days. Because we clocked what the fuck you were trying to do. Yes, ma'am. So, unless you're really going to come on here and explain your behavior and why you treated everyone poorly, unless you're going to come on here and explain those text messages, I don't know what else you can say. I don't know what else you can say. There's nothing else that you're going to say that's significant enough to change nobody's mind about what the fuck you did. I answered every receipt. What else you got? Oh, nothing? Come with receipts. Jordan and I did what? Come with the receipt. You saw it? When? Where? How? Receipt or it doesn't fucking matter. Like, you're literally pulling shit out of your fucking ass and trying to wipe your motherfucking nose with it. I don't know what you got going on. I don't care what you got going on. Girl, you can go on live and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Receipt. Because the thing about it is you're calling us liars, but I have receipts for every fucking thing I'm saying. Where are your receipts? No receipts? You fucked the photographer. What? You have no receipts for what the fuck you did? Oh, you're 32. And you're not even with a nigga. I'm with all of them. I'm with all of them, sweetheart. All of them are with me. I bought every motherfucking one out. Let me tell you what this bitch said. So we can all kiki and cackle. But since we talking about niggas. One of yours reached out. A couple of yours reached out. I said, who the fuck is Max? Who is Max? How many niggas are you talking to that don't know about each other? Because they're talking about who is Max. Sending me screenshots of y'all's conversations, y'all text threads, showing that y'all actually mess with each other. Who is Max, they said. It seems like you need to get your household and your affairs in order. I'm telling you, I'm 32, baby. I'm grown. I'm real grown. I dot my I's and I cross my T's with everything I fucking do. I don't like being called a liar. And I'm not going to expose those messages because there's some shit in there. And I do still have a little bit of respect for you enough to not do you like that. But I do want you to remember one thing. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Thank you. Baby, one thing about it is you can report my video all you want. I'll just re-upload another one. Hello. So for one, right? You are basically making all these claims and accusations that people in the group told you or you were on the phone with and they said, if they said that, then why are they in the group chat calling you a liar? We're literally discussing you right now because you're literally lying through your fucking teeth. Nobody, and I mean nobody, said any of that. 2, you're bringing up SA. A random TikTok user put that in the comments. That has nothing to do with me. They said, so SA. I didn't say that. That's them paraphrasing and summing up what I'm saying, which was that you made people feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And you should have put the screenshot of Jordan right under it because he was also live and said, no, not SA. That's not what she's saying. Because that's not what I said. As far as leaking your personal information, love, your friends tagged you. Your friends put your name on there. Everybody who is involved in this, who saw the video, saw your friend under there. Not you lying on Michaela's name. Go to her page, type in Michaela. What pops up? Go look at who tagged you. The first person who tagged you, who was it? Oh, okay. Let's get into the outfit. The outfit you wore for 2 days in a row. You wore the outfit when we were in Aspen doing the gondola trip, and you wore that same outfit to leave the next day. I actually already posted those screenshots. Not to mention that outfit was busted open in the back from the top all the way to the bottom. Because we tried to help you pin it together, sweetheart. You didn't bring enough clothes. And it's crazy because Lakia brought an outfit for you, but you didn't have the money to pay her for it, so she put it back in her bag and zipped that bag up. Yeah. You don't know why I posted a TikTok video about you? Baby, I texted you the night before when you were going back and forth refusing to send this girl her money, and I told you I'm posting a TikTok about you, and don't worry about the money because I'm going to send it to her because she needed her money Wednesday, not Thursday. So I sent her the money Wednesday. Thursday, you messaged her and said, Christina said don't send money. So do I still need to send it? She said, girl, send me that money so I can send this girl her money. Yeah. And then she sent me both things over because you finally sent it the next day. The TikTok was already happening, love. You knew it. And the next morning when you sent that girl that money, you said, Christina's posting a TikTok about me with a sad face. Baby, you were aware. Stop trying to talk about the whole trip was meant to be baddies. No, it wasn't. Like, now you're just bullface lying. And I'll post the video where I said, hey, let's do our baddies, right, tonight. It was meant to be a skit. It was meant to be a skit. And you said, can we do it tomorrow? You said, can we do it tomorrow? Because you knew it was a skit we were going to do. It was never a whole trip thing. You're lying. And I'll post that receipt too. Not only that, you're talking about Lakia put me in a headlock. I will literally post that video. It was for the skit. She's literally laughing in it. I'm laughing in it. Everyone is laughing in it. It's not a real thing. Don't insinuate that girl put her hands on me because she definitely did not. Lies, 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 lies. You sent the money the day before the Airbnb was due for the Airbnb. The rest of the money you didn't send, and you were sitting there refusing to send. You can say whatever you want to. The receipts are posted, love. The receipts are posted of us going back and forth. The receipts are posted. Lakia knows. I'll post me and Lakia's text messages. You still ain't sent that girl her money for God knows how long. You was sitting over there playing on everybody's top. Oh, let me tell you. I only ate one time. Baby, you ate lunch. I paid for that. Your portion of the groceries, I paid for that. Your portion of all the liquor, I paid for that. The tips on everything, I paid for that. The rental car that we were late returning because of you, I had to pay an extra $75 for. Yes, ma'am. And while you're saying Christina was irritating the whole group, actually I wasn't. And every single one of them can come on here and attest that the only thing that they were mad at me about was one, the Ajax Lounge when you guys couldn't find me because I was sitting there eating without y'all. And they pulled me aside, all of them, even when we were on the trip, and said, you need to get it together because the way that this girl is using you for money, we don't like it. They were mad at me because I was being too nice to you when you were trying to use me. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Every single one of them. And it's funny that you're talking about Jamaica. People said you were a bully in Jamaica. That's funny because everybody from Jamaica is under these comments eating you up. Everybody from Jamaica is talking about they don't mess with you, Michaela. Everybody from Jamaica except for your two little friends. And while we're on the topic of friends, Deja, when I was trolling her and I sent you that video, you laughed. You kikied with me. But I'm bullying her, but I'm trolling her. That's your friend. Why are you going on vacation with somebody who's openly trolling your friend? Why are you laughing at your friend when I'm trolling her? You're not nobody's friend. And that's why I also posted that screenshot, because a bunch of people who are in Jamaica know you ain't nobody's friend. They know that you talk about everybody. You be trying to take everybody's man. When we talk about men, your men are in my DMs, sending me all kinds of stuff that you're posting on your private Instagram, which is why all these videos are made. You're talking about, I don't know why she's making these videos. I do. Do you want me to post all the subs that you put on there? Matter of fact, one of them was like, but you can't whip me. And I know good and well you wasn't talking about me. I know, sister, I know you wasn't talking about me. Because a dog would have been walked. And everybody knows that. You're posting a screenshot of Jordan. Baby, I know Jordan talked to you. I also know Lakia talked to you because they told me, sweetheart. They also told me what the conversations entailed. You're not posting anything new. The group chat literally has group conversations about you and your behavior. Like, please be so serious. Like I said, receipt or be quiet. You're doing a lot of this. You're doing a lot of this and not a lot of this. I want to see this. The proof is in the pudding. Where's the proof? Nobody likes me. They're in there talking about you in the group chat right now. You told all them this. We're literally talking about you and how you're lying, and you're a pathological liar. Every single time that you got out that car, that camera clicked on. Would you like to see the raw footage of that? Of what everybody had to say about you? I'm sorry, I don't see any footage of anybody talking about Christina. I don't. And it's funny because you're like, I have clothes. Even in the picture that you just posted, girl, you got my headband on, you got my whole ass bathing suit on, and you have my shoes on. The only thing you owned in that picture was that fur coat. Be so for real. And it wasn't even fur. And then on the picture of the last day, girl, you posting pictures of an outfit you wore 2 days in a row. Didn't even wash your drawers. Do we want to keep talking about it? You talking about essay? I'm talking about you made people feel uncomfortable. Everybody said that. Girl, you was at one point walking around in panties. Like, come on now. Like, you're making people feel uncomfortable. Everyone can attest to that. Like I said, you don't have to take my word. The dogs in the back gonna bark. Like, is everybody lying on you? Like, are all 5 people lying on you? Are all these videos and receipts I'm posting, they're just made up, they're fabricated, they're all lies? Like, be serious. It's your word against evidence. I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'll end it with this. People lie, receipts don't. I went and I posted the video of you and Sharon arguing about that room because she said it doesn't matter who's getting that room, but you're not getting it. It was never everybody picked their rooms and you just happened to stumble upon that room. And I posted the video of y'all arguing. Y'all were arguing for an upward of 20 minutes and I wasn't even recording it. Jaden was. I was drunk trying to mediate y'all because y'all was going at it like cats and dogs because you were dead wrong. Again, you brought clothes and why are you wearing the same thing 2 days in a row? I posted the screenshots. I posted them. The timestamp is at the top, sweetheart. I can't make it up. Lakia put me in a headlock. Girl, it was for a baddie skit. It was for a skit. I posted that too where we were talking about the skit. I was talking about how we were finna blue it up. I'm over here drunk trying to brew some shit like, oh, you da. I'm literally going in a circle. Everyone's laughing. I'm literally in a playful headlock. Everyone is laughing. There's no tension. It's not a real thing. You're on here trying to spin this narrative like I was just some big problem and everybody. No, they weren't. Videos don't lie. Receipts don't lie. Text messages don't lie. Videos don't lie. What else would you like to see? At this point, what else would you like to see? What else are you debunking? Miss 1942. Then why you ain't bought no 1942 the whole damn trip? Because you ain't had no 1942 money. Oh, okay. Miss 1942. Yeah. You ran up a tab. Yeah. Everybody knew you was running up my tab, which is why everybody was coming at you sideways. And that conversation we had with Jordan in the car was about you getting upset with me for discussing with them that you had to pay them back. Of course, they need to know why I'm paying for you. Because everybody, the second I put on my card to pay for you, everybody would have stopped and been like, why isn't she paying for herself? And you would have been embarrassed in front of everybody. So before everybody came down, I prefaced it, hey guys, she missed her Uber, yak, 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 yak. I'm giving everybody the rundown so they know what's going on. Kia's aware of the situation. She knows you're going to pay her next week because you were told to pay her the day of the trip. So now she knows that you're not going to pay her the day of. She's never going to ask you for money and embarrass you. And then people started seeing you take advantage, which is why you're getting into it with people every day. You're getting into it with people every single day. Yeah. Because you keep running up that tab. Because you keep inconveniencing people. That video of you and Jaden arguing outside, you arguing with a whole girl over a $9 shot. You arguing with her over a $9 shot, Miss 1942. Go get that 1942. You wouldn't have been arguing with her walking up and down the streets of Aspen looking crazy. Miss 1942, if you had it, you had the money to send the whole time. You had the money to send, then why you ain't just send it? Why it took you days and days and days and days to send the damn funds? Why we had to hound you? Why I had to leave you 2 voice memos practically cursing you out? Why? But you had the money. In the whole time, but you were never broke. Then why couldn't the girl get her money back? Why? Like, nothing that you're saying is adding up, and yeah. You can honestly make whatever response, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter because all the receipts are posted now. The only thing I could post at this point is more videos because every single text message, everything is already leaked. It's out there for the world to see that you're a liar. So you be blessed. You have fun on your resort, girl. Toodaloo. So let me clarify this because I'm just going to use this comment. So rewind. She wasn't silent in the group chat. She was silent when I said, does anybody object to this Airbnb? And nobody objected. That's why I'm saying silence. Prior to even booking the Airbnb, that's when she reached out and said, hey, can you let me know the totals? I am going on this trip with you guys. I do want to go. I just want to know the totals of everything to make sure my finances are right for the trip. She confirmed she was going, which is why she was in the group chat to begin with. She wanted to know the total so she could know how much money she needs to allot. I said, okay, let me figure out the Airbnb situation. That's when we started posting in there about the Airbnbs, yada, 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 yada. I said, does anybody have any objections? Silence. If you didn't go, couldn't go, if it was too expensive, you could have said that in the group chat like the other girls did with the other houses that they either couldn't afford, didn't like, whatever. I never heard not one single objection about where we were staying, the price, nothing. And I asked multiple times. I said, okay, booked. 4 days later, then, hey, girl, she still didn't say she wasn't going. She said, hey, I'm thinking about going, but I just want to make sure I have my finances right, yada, yada, yada. I don't know, I'm on the fence. I kind of want to go, but then also at the same time, if I don't go, I don't want to change the rate of the other girls' rooms. In my mind, if you say, hey, I don't know if I want to go, but I also don't want to change the rate. In my mind, that means you don't want to go, but you're probably going to pay because you don't want to change the rate for everyone else. I said, hey, the decision is yours, but it would be an extra $105 per person if you chose not to go. So yes, it would change the rate. So, either you want to pay for it or you don't want to pay for it. But if you don't want it to change the rate, you would just naturally pay for it, right? Because 2 + 2 is 4, it's not 10. There's no way for you to not go on a trip, yet still not affect the rate of somebody else's room without you paying for it. So yeah, that was basically the confusion. So in the comments of what it seems. And for all y'all saying y'all should have just reached out to her separate, she's a grown woman. She already reached out to me twice in regards to her financial situation, right? First time saying, hey, I want to go, but I just need to know how much everything is. Okay, cool. So I'll let you know. I texted you in the group chat every fucking day. You guys had exactly how much things were. I asked if anybody objected. Say something. You didn't say anything, which means you don't object. So, I don't even know what else to say. If you could not afford it, you could have been like, actually, I'm just not going to go on this trip. Hey, this isn't a mandatory trip. I've decided I'm not going to go. And that would have been fine. Other girls dropped out. No problem. I'm not going to go the extra mile. Hey, girl, you didn't say you didn't object to any of the prices, but I just wanted to make sure we're adults. We're all past 25 years of age. Some of us are in our fucking 30s. It doesn't make sense, and I'm not doing that. So I'm just going to use this comment here to wrap everything up because I feel like some of y'all are missing the plot. And not specifically this comment, but kind of sort of about like me taking an L or like, oh, people just don't have money. The money was never an issue. I paid in full for that Airbnb up front. Mind you, everybody reimburse me when you can. Someone's like, post the screenshots. The goal is not to embarrass this girl or to whatever or to shame her. That wasn't the fucking issue. The question I was asking was, am I the asshole for asking for her to pay not even her whole portion, which was 5 something, to pay half of her portion because she backed out last minute when she already confirmed with us she was going on the trip? The only question that she had was, how much will it be in total with everything, so I can get my finances together so I can know what to bring, so I can make sure I can afford this trip and the other trip. That was the question. Y'all are commenting, talking about y'all just need to eat that 105. Maybe that 105 was already eaten by me. Understand that. The other questions are about the videographer, the photographer. Yes, I am paying for that man. He's buying his own flight. He gets there. I'm paying for his portion of the Airbnb. I am paying for his excursions. I am paying for his food, his lodging, his alcohol. I am taking care of his trip off me. Money wasn't the issue. The issue was the principle that she confirmed that she was going to go. She then did not object to the price or the Airbnb or the rates. She saw it confirmed, and then days later, message saying she was not going to go. But not only was she not going to go, I don't want to raise the rate for everyone else, though. If I don't go, that means you're going to still pay for something. And then to be like, well, why would you even ask me for that? Because you said you didn't want the rate to change for anyone. Like, what are you talking about? As far as everyone needing to just eat the 105, everybody just needs to eat it. I'm not asking any of my friends for money. That wasn't the goal. It's not that my friends don't have the money. I personally think it's bad form if I'm paying for an Airbnb and somebody else backs out. Hey guys, everyone, like, give me $100. Bitches aren't pressed and stressed like that for a fucking $100. I'm going to eat it. I will be paying $1,500 for this Airbnb on my own. Yes, I will. Because that's just how I am. That wasn't the issue. The question was, am I the asshole? Follow the fuck along. Please. It seems to me that a lot of you guys are confused, which is why you're asking for receipts. So I'm here to do that, in fact, and post them for you. So I'm going to tag the 2 creators that I saw post about it who seemed like they were trying to understand the situation better. Mind you guys, I'm not mad at the girl. I'm not saying the girl's a bad person. I'm not saying she's a broke bitch. I'm not saying any of that. You guys are adding context to something that was just never there. I just asked if I was the asshole for asking for half of her portion for her late cancellation, and because she on numerous occasions said, I don't want me backing out to affect the rate of the group, after she already confirmed she was going, after she confirmed she had the funds for the Airbnb, okay? This has nothing to do with her being a bad person. You guys are adding so much extra smoke to something that there's not even a fire for. So receipt number 1. So boom, receipt number 1. This is just basically the group chat. People are talking about making things more affordable because they don't want to be skiing and snowboarding and doing all these things and they don't know how to do them. Like, they don't want to pay all that money to do shit they don't know how to do. So general consensus here is like, snowmobile is a vibe. Let's go tubing. Maybe we'll try skiing if we want to, but like, it's not mandatory. So boom, receipt number 2. This is the first time she reached out after she already confirmed she was going, was added to the group chat. She said she was going. Hey girl, I'm good on my flight out of Aspen. Just trying to figure out, engage the price, everything else. She plans to going, for our homegirl's birthday. So she just wants to make sure she's properly planning her finances. I said, yes. I'm sending listings right now because I don't want it to be too expensive for anyone. I even say, let me know what you think. And worst case, we can always do hotels. Why? Because this was a last minute trip, y'all. This trip, I literally came back from Nigeria on the 8th. I said, let's go to Aspen in February. Tickets were $177 round trip, sister. Let's go. So it was already a last minute trip, right? So 7 days after I said this trip is happening, she confirmed she's going. She's sending that she's being proactive. Hey, I'm good on my flight. I can afford my flight. Let me just figure out everything else, which is why I get into planning the hotels so quickly, Airbnb. Let me go ahead and post in the group chat, see what everybody thinks so we can come into a general consensus. Mind you, she never responds. So on the 31st, mind you, the Airbnb was booked on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. I lied, y'all. That was 6 days later. She never reaches out. Everyone at this point is like, hey, I messaged in the group chat. Everyone let me know when y'all sending y'all funds. She never responded to when she was sending her funds, which is why I then reached out to her on the 31st. And I said, hey, girl, are you still coming on the trip? She says, hey, girl, my money's looking a little tight, but I also don't want it to affect the cost of the Airbnb for the group. Mind you, she still didn't say she wasn't going. So I said, tight as in you don't think you'll make the trip, or tight as in you don't want to do excursions. Tight as in by the time I covered everything, I'd be hurting. I'm good on my flight, and I'd be able to cover the cost of the cabin. But I don't think I'd have a lot of wiggle room for the other necessary, for the other things necessary. And I definitely would want to participate in excursions if she goes. So mind you, sister knew the cost of the cabin, agreed to it, knew the cost of the flights, agreed to it, said she was going on the trip. The only reason that I even knew she wasn't going is because I reached out when everyone else was saying, hey, I'll send my money on this day, and I didn't hear from her. So I reached out on the 31st, which is actually 6 days later, and said, like, are you good? And then even when I reached out at that point, she still never said, I'm not going, because I asked her specifically. She just said her money was tight. So now I'm thinking, oh, damn, she might not go. And I wouldn't even have asked her for them funds if she didn't say, I don't want it to affect the cost of the other girls. Mind you, I'm paying for me and the videographer and now part of her portion. So if you don't want it to affect the cost, I'm going to eat, 3/6 of the cost. Just pay the other 3/6 for the other girls. That would be contributing to me. That's what I would assume. She didn't want to do it. That's fine. Trip's already paid for it. I'm still eating the cost of that. I don't give a fuck. It's not about the funds. I didn't even ask the girls for $100 because it's $100 funky ass dollars, bitch. Like, who gives a fuck? But I'm saying, am I wrong to ask her for that given what she said? That's the question. Period, girl. Come on here and tell your side. So let's start from the jump. Let's start from the very, 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 very beginning. When I say broke, I didn't mean broke as in you're a broke ass bitch. I very clearly stated there's a spectrum. You had other trips to go on that your money was going to that are extremely close up. It's literally 2 months away. Right. There's a spectrum. There's broke as in don't have a pot to piss in, and broke as in I'm broke for this trip. I don't have money for this trip. When people tried to go back into it and say, oh, she don't got this, this, and this. And I was very specific in what I said. And I was very, very intentional on correcting them by saying she already had other things planned. So I don't know why she wanted to go on this trip knowing that. And I put that in every single video. Even in the other ones, I said, you guys are trying to make smoke where there's none. There's no beef. There's no hard feelings. I literally came to ask, am I the asshole? Before I even came on this app, I also asked and said, oh, is this wrong? Mutuals and others said no, because you're not necessarily bashing her. You're just saying, are you wrong for asking? The way that the internet took it and didn't listen to what was said has absolutely nothing to do with me. Also, you're actually incorrect. In terms of the price for the Airbnb drastically switching, what you're forgetting are the receipts. So I'll post those. This was sent on the 19th of January. Mind you, our Airbnb, Verbo, whatever you want to call it, was booked on the 26th. On the 19th, I said, or, mind you, I sent a slew of them. I said, or this one is $405 per person. Heart your favorite. For food, we will get groceries. For activities, yada, 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 yada. This is not even a finalized thing. I literally gave you guys a list. The last one in that list I sent you said $405 per person. It was never finalized. Receipt number 2. After I sent all of them, if you scroll down and look, everyone was talking about how they didn't like how any of them did not have a jacuzzi. Everyone is saying they're going to pay extra for the jacuzzi. They want one with a jacuzzi. I said, this one had one. No, let me go see. Let me go look. In which we found the other Airbnb. Discourse was had. This was booked on January 26th and said it's $525 per person. When will everyone be sending their funds? So this is where we get into it. Between the 19th and the 25th, there was no other Airbnb sent. There was no other discourse. I sent y'all that Airbnb on the 25th. Everyone's saying like, love, yada, 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 yada. Mind you. I said, okay, yada, yada, yada. The whole following day, you had ample time to say anything. Whole following day, midday, next day, okay, booked. Here's what it is. Here's the confirmation. Here's the total. When will everybody be sending their money? You're right. Not everybody responded in that group chat. Matter of fact, our mutual didn't even respond to that group chat, which is why I reached out to all you guys individually. And I said, hey, guys, when are you sending your money? I'm making sure you guys are all still planning to go because I didn't hear anything to the people that didn't say anything. In which you then responded, which are in the other receipts. Hey, girl, my money's looking a little tight, yada, yada, yada. But again, I don't want me to affect the cost of the Airbnb for the group if I don't go. So then I clarify with you. And so in this moment when I said, Titus, and you don't think you'll make the trip, you should have just said, Titus, and I don't think I'll make the trip. But instead you said, by the time I covered everything, I'd be hurting. You said, I'm good on my flight. Mind you, we booked on the 26th. You said I'd be good on the cabin. So for you to say you didn't know that the cost was $5-something when I told you that 6 days ago, and you confirmed on the 31st that you're good for it, I don't understand what you mean we just changed the price. How did the price just randomly change? It didn't change. It was in there. We told you it was in there. You waited. It's after I booked it. It was almost a whole week. And even a week later, you still said, I'm good for that price that was in that group chat. So I'm not understanding where you're saying this price change is coming from. But since you said twice, right, in the messages, I want to make sure it's not going to affect the overall group, right? That's why I asked Michaela, because I told you, okay, like if you can't make it, you can't make it. But that's why I was like, am I misinterpreting what you're saying? So I reached out to our mutual and I said, girl, is it wrong if I asked her for this? Because she did cancel after she confirmed she was paying for this, which is also why we booked such a big Airbnb to fit 10 people, as enough room for 10 people. I said, because she said this, should I reach out? She said, absolutely, because she was under the impression that's exactly what you meant too. We all thought that's what you meant. So when you then said, this isn't what I meant, we're like, oh, okay. And that's why I messaged you and said, oh, okay. Because it is lighthearted. I'm on here asking you if I'm the asshole for asking you that, sister. Not for anything else. Was your last minute cancellation kind of, it threw everybody off? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was taken aback personally because after you twice said you didn't want you backing out to affect the group, after you confirmed numerous times that you were going on the trip, you confirmed 7 days after the cabin was booked, was sent, this is how much everybody owes, that you could in fact afford that cabin. You then turned around and was like, well, I'm not paying for it. Why should I pay for it? That's why I was like, am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? Am I the asshole? It was never to assassinate your character. I genuinely think it was a miscommunication, which is literally what I came on here and said. I think that I misunderstood what you said. Some people said that they thought that you came on here and meant that, you were saying that for us to offer to pay your portion. If you weren't going to pay, you weren't going to pay, which is why I said, okay, because it was already paid by me. But I'm asking if I misunderstood what you said. Was I wrong for asking you because the way that you came back? Like, why would I pay that? Not only that, I didn't even ask you to pay the full amount. I still was going to cover my portion, Jordan's portion, and your portion. I was already going to cover 3/6 of your portion. When you said the other girls, I'm assuming you meant the other 3, which is why I asked you for them. If you don't want to cover for them, that's fine. I will cover for them. I hope this helps. One thing I forgot to touch on is you did make a good point, right? You said that you're a flight attendant. That's actually something that I did not know. I talked to you maybe a couple times. I met you at a wedding. That was it. Once. I had no idea you were a flight attendant. I had no idea you planned to fly to Aspen on standby. I also am confused because in the text that you sent me, you said you had money for a flight, and money for the cabin. Mind you, you're talking about you didn't know. In the message on the 31st, you said you had money for your flight and for your cabin, which then confuses the fuck out of me because first off, we were supposed to drive 3 hours from Denver to Aspen as a group, as a unit, no later than a certain time. How are you going to ensure you were going to get there by a certain time if you're flying standby without letting the group know you're flying standby? Not only that, you mean to tell me you were going to fly there for free? Our mutual offered to pay for all your food and drink and beverages. She offered you that. So all you had to pay for was a cabin, $500, and you were going to be incapable? You had no business to be in that fucking group chat, love. You had no business. You had no black business being in that fucking group chat. You said by the time you pay for everything, knowing our mutual was paying for your food and drinks, you wouldn't have space for excursions, meaning all you had to go on the trip with was $500. You shouldn't have been there. And you're right. And you're right about one thing. I am 32 years old. And as a grown-ass 32-year-old, we don't go through these issues. We don't have these problems. You were a +1. My friend who was going to go almost backed out. And you know what the fuck she said? She said, hey, I might have to back out, but let me know how much it is for my portion. Matter of fact, let me insert that receipt. Because do you see how grown adults handle it? Hey, I think I'm going to back out of the trip, yada, yada, yada. I didn't even have to ask her. I wasn't even going to ask her, but she offered off the strength of it's the fucking principle. So I think I'm going to back out of the trip. I'm going to finish paying my part for the room. You know why? Because we all agreed we were paying that together as a fucking unit. And this is what happens when you're with grown adults. I didn't even have to ask her anything. She left. I wasn't even going to ask her for a portion, but she offered off the principle and off the fucking strength. She ended up being able to come. Yeah, she is going to come. But it's the fact of the matter that we don't have to ask for shit like this because we are grown. I believe you're the youngest one in the group. And I think that this is a great learning lesson for you. If you're not going to pay for nobody else or contribute anything, don't offer that and then wonder why people are asking you after you've offered, because you decided to inconvenience the group by not speaking up when you knew good and fucking well you couldn't afford it. By not saying no when I asked you specifically if you were going on the trip and you did not say no. You beat around the fucking bush and said, you're going to see, you're going to see, you're going to see. Yes, I did get the 2 dates mixed up on who sent what at what time. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter if you texted me first then or first the first time. The point of the matter is you still said you can afford it. Yeah, so hope this helps. So to wrap up this whole Aspen debacle, we're just going to answer the frequently asked questions online, which people seem to still be confused about. Outside of the receipts, you guys are asking about the costs, right? There's 7 people going. How was that the cost? It seems like Tina's trying to get her portion for free. Well, the reason why the cost is what it is because you take the total between the taxes and the fees, the total, $525, whatever it was. You divide it by 6 people. There was never 7 people confirmed with flights at a time. So there were 6. Deja dropped out. The photographer then, after the fact, today I got his final confirmation on his flight. Entered the chat. If for whatever reason that videographer or photographer could not go, I had a backup one. The backup one made it abundantly clear he did not want to stay in that Airbnb. So until I for sure knew that our videographer who was okay with staying in that Airbnb was going to stay in that motherfucking Airbnb, baby, I wasn't adding him in it because I had to know for a Fendi fact. Okay? That's one. For 2, the reason why Deja was in the group chat is because she confirmed with Michaela that she was going. It's that simple. Nobody was in that group chat who did not say, I want to go. If you said, I want to go, you were in the group chat. If you were on the fence, you weren't in the group chat. There's plenty of girls that said, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to let you know. They were never added. You were only in that group chat if you confirmed. Not only that, I said, hey guys, we have a social media page. Not page, but we have an Instagram group chat. So you can put inspo in there. Drop your handles. Because you're going. She dropped her handle. Not only that, you guys. I did say that I would cover the remainder of the portion if they just want to pay $400 minus the taxes and the fees if need be. I told them with taxes and fees, it'd be $525 per person. If you have an issue, let me know. She did not let me know. And matter of fact, not only did she not let me know, mind you, it was booked on the 26th and sent on the 26th. The 31st, she confirmed she had the money for her cabin. She had the $525 for her fucking stay. She said that via text. So where all this big rate change is coming from that you just couldn't afford, I'm confused, because in that same text I said you are tight in money as in you cannot go, or tight in money as in you can't afford excursions. The same money that you were, and people were saying like, you're so mean, you said she's flying standby. That's what she would have been doing. That's what flight attendants do. And she's claiming she's not a flight attendant. Whatever it is, you work for the airlines. Anybody who works for the airlines that flies for free, whatever, flies for a discounted price, you fly standby. I have plenty of people in my life who work for the airlines. It's not shade. That's how you fly, is you fly standby. So for whatever the fuck reason that flight was full, baby, you wasn't get on that flight. We have to all drive 3 hours to Aspen. When were you going to tell us that you weren't purchasing a ticket and you were going to fly standby? Like, the math isn't mathing. The things aren't adding up that she's saying that we supposedly knew versus what she supposedly knew. It wasn't. And then somebody was like, well, why are you guys coming on live and saying all these things? Because one thing about it, I don't like being called a liar. One thing about it, I'll never be a liar. One thing about it, I collect receipts. I keep them bitches for fucking ever. You're telling me I'm a liar. You're telling people I'm a bully and I'm bullying you. You knew the video was posted a long time ago. You knew it was posted. I have confirmation you knew it was posted. We had discourse. There was discourse around why it was posted because you knew I was a content creator. You were aware. Not only that, after the funds were collected, not even collected, but like it showed that it would have been enough to cover your trip. I said, girl, you might as well just come on the trip. At this point, you might as well. And not only that, we've been told you to come on the trip because if you're going to fly for free, we're paying for your groceries and food, which is what we offered to do. and all you have to pay for is your lodging. Why would you not go? Like, it doesn't make sense for you to not go at that point. And then we said, damn girl, we even made enough off this damn video for you to have your lodging, your excursions, everything paid off the fucking video. Just come. And you said, I'll think about it. I don't know. You been noon about it. So like, why would you then turn around on social media for 4 hours? And that's really why I got on live calling you broke. I'm not gonna lie. You got on live for 4 hours lying and trying to play woe me. Play fucking victim. We're on brain rot TikTok now. The girls that are piping your fucking head up is insane. For what? You literally knew this was posted and now you're all of a sudden so hurt. And then to turn around and claim that you didn't fit an aesthetic. You couldn't even tell me on live what all them bitches looks like. What do the bitches look like? Because we got a white bitch, we got a dark-skinned bitch, we got a light-skinned bitch, we got a broke bitch, we got a bitch with low funds, we got a bitch with high funds, we got a bitch with medium funds, we got bitches with kids. We got all kinds of bitches. So what aesthetic is it that you didn't fucking fit? The only one I could think of is the looks. And if that's how you feel about yourself, baby, you're projecting. Take it up with a therapist. Don't come on live trying to project it on us like that's how we made you feel. Because nobody in the group chat had literally said anything except for what they wanted in an Airbnb. So fucking simple. And like I said, people are like, collect the funds. Lesson learned, collect the funds ahead of time before you book. No, I won't. Because collecting the funds ahead of time wasn't the issue. I made an Am I the Asshole post about a comment that you said, the principle, and in reference to you not going on the trip after you confirmed it. Right. That has nothing to do with collecting funds ahead of time. We're not low on funds. Funds and us go together very well. We made an Am I the Asshole post, and you later on got offended. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Everyone else was on the same page. Other people canceled. People canceled before confirming because they knew they couldn't make it. People canceled after confirming and still offered to pay. And then, she's coming now. But it's like, it's the principle behind it. For you to not understand, for you to not get that, it is what it is. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. So, yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day got a motherfucking end. And, bitch, we still going to Aspen regardless. Money was never a factor. We made a post, and she took it out of proportion and was mad. And you can be mad. You can stay mad. Motherfuckers can die mad. I don't care how mad you are. Because the receipts don't lie. The receipts literally can't lie. I said it was a miscommunication, and you sat on live for 4 hours. Yapping, telling lies, and telling half-truths. So, at this point, I don't know. There's nothing else to say. Sorry.